Assalamu alaikum and welcome to the Meet and Greet show with yours truly, Aisha Khan. Often when we have a special occasion, what is that one thing you like to adorn your hands with? Well, henna is the way to go. Today I am at Landhies Mosque to meet a lady who is one of the pioneers of the henna artistry in Kenya. She has done it for over 30 years and she uses this knowledge to impact the less fortunate girls. As we all know, as a woman you are half of the society and you raise the other half. Henna is an ancient form of art that is still practiced today by men and women, young and old, all over the world. These tattoos are as a form of body art associated with a distinctive deep orange-red color and intricate patterns on the hands, arms, legs and feet, usually applied during special celebrations and religious holidays. Mwanakaki Sharif, who is a principal at Helping Hands for Relief Development, is using her art knowledge to empower and develop skills in women from all walks of life. Indeed, to empower is to improve the lives of others and for leaving your community and the world better than you found it.
Na encourage wazee wenzangu wasione aibu. Mimi nachora aina tena nachora aina nzuri. Nimewakaribisha wakuje tukue pamoja.
I'm a henna artist, but at the same time I'm a graduate. Henna has taken me far because as much as I have my papers, if you compare, it's better if you have life skills, which alhamdulillah it's able to put a plate of food on my table.
I'm joined by our very own ornamentalist Mwanakaki Sharif. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In less than 2 minutes, describe yourself.
Okay, as I've been introduced, I'm famously known as Kaki outside there. Yeah, I do henna art. I've been doing it for more than 30 years now.
Wow.
Yes.
How did this journey begin? Where did the interest of art come from?
Okay, as I was born, I think I'm inborn with art, although I realized my henna art when I was in class 6. Yeah, so I used to do my designing, mainly the interior designing, the furnitures and all that. Then a friend just saw me doing it. She came up with the picot and she asked me to draw her. And that was my first day to see the picot. I've never seen it before. So she showed me how to mix it. And by then, Makiu, we used to use the needles, not even the cone. So I tried doing on her, and she was so happy. By the time she left our place, she went all the way. Everyone was asking, where did you do that?
That's pretty impressive. You went through no training at all?
Not training, not even seeing anywhere. That is how I started.
That's a gift, truly a very big gift.
Yeah,
then after that, how did you nurture this talent of yours?
After that, when I went to high school, it was a boarding school. I didn't have much of that. But in high school, again, I happened to do fine art in one of the best schools in Kenya, Mukumu Girls High School. So I think after school is when I tried to mix up my art school, my art knowledge plus the henna. That is how I am now.
Wow. So after school, did you open up a business or how exactly did you go about it?
Immediately after school, I was just at home, wondering what to do. But of course, with my art, I was continuing. Then word of mouth, clients started coming in to our place. So I started doing that. By the time I got married, I opened up a place with the help of a good friend, Aisha. The first henna place in Nairobi, it was my place.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we can call you the founder of henna artistry.
Exactly.
And then after that, where did you go next?
After having the place, of course, I became more famous. And then out of a circumstance, my husband left the country. So I had to leave the place altogether because of the fitna and everything.
We will be coming to that, to know why exactly you left and what happened to your life.
But still, back at home, I used to have my clients as normal. Yeah, I do them henna. I started teaching. So many people came from Uganda, Tanzania, in Kenya. I have so many students out there who are, we work together until now. Yeah.
So from all, forms of art, we have painting, we have drawing, and here you have also henna drawing.
Yeah.
Why did you choose henna?
Okay, it came to me as henna art was not given the quality it needs, yeah? Everyone just do henna. So I wanted to apply my knowledge in high school and make it henna the best thing somebody can learn, yeah.
Wow. Now tell me about your journey into finding out about Helping Hands, where we are at today.
Okay. While I was still at home, I was consulted by a friend who works with the Catholic institution. It's there in St. Teresa's, Amani College. So I started helping them also. I trained them. This is now my 8th year. Yeah, I go in, I train them. They have a sister school in Mukuru, Kanjenga. I do that also. And from there, it gave me the courage, and I saw the need for the girls and the community at large to want to learn henna skills. As the days goes by, it's a booming business right now.
And life is getting harder by the day.
Exactly, exactly. And with henna, you get your halal money, and you get to appreciate what Allah has given you as a talent. Yeah.
So now, your journey into Helping Hands.
Into Helping
How did it
Hands.
happen? How are you here today?
Helping Hands, I was consulted on the phone. There's an interview going on for, we need a henna instructor. I was like, surely does it have to be an interview, because I've never done one for henna. Okay, they said, yeah, we are calling others also. They come, you just come with your papers and everything. So I took my letter from the institution, the one I work with. And there I was, I went for the interview. We were like 4 at that moment, because I was told to reach at that particular time. I was there on time. Then I was the first one actually, so they started with me. I went with my papers. Others were seated there looking like, do you need papers? Because others came with the cone. They thought maybe they were told, yeah. So I presented my papers, and in that time the interview went well, as in they didn't even want to complete, because they saw everything they wanted. So I think I got the chance through that. Yeah.
Tell me your experience here at Helping Hands.
Helping Hands, it has not been smooth all the way, but we have challenges here and there, because this institution basically is to help the lowly marginalized areas, and it has been a lot of challenges regarding the people who come here. Mostly of them are single mothers, or even mothers at home, married women, and they get challenges. Today they come, tomorrow they don't come.
Why
in the
is
sense
that so?
Because maybe they have family behind, they can't leave the kids alone, and getting a daycare is a bit expensive for them. They told me they pay like 30 shillings a day, and that is a bit high for them. So they have the interest, yes, no one to support them. So they have to come today and live maybe for a week or a month and then come back again. But with that, we still encourage them to do more. And they still have that urge of doing even more. You can see in their faces, in their eyes.
I can totally see it. They're all surrounding us here and looking at us and busy going about their henna artistry. And Tikaki, what other challenges do these girls face?
Okay, out there's a lot going on with the internet and the phones and everything. So, alhamdulillah, we are grateful for the HHRD. It was my prayer anyway, when I was in a Catholic college, I used to ask myself, when will Muslims get things like this for themselves? And alhamdulillah, I think Allah answered me through HHRD. Here we are, this is the first, I think it's the only one, the only college that we have doing this in a modern way. I can say a modern way because people are wondering how we do it and how we manage to do it. All the same, here we pay a little fee of 1,500. That also becomes a challenge.
For how long?
Our college, we've divided into 2. We have the basic class and the advanced class. So the basic class, they pay 1,500. That is for 3 months. And then the 2 months for advance. Yeah. So sometimes you get them, they can't afford to pay on time. But to encourage them to do, especially when you're being introduced to the basic, at least you can earn. After basic, you can earn. So you work hard and earn so that you pay. At least you get that value of your knowledge that you got, not everything just for free. Yeah.
And is there a challenge of anyone stopping them from coming here to pursue their passion or to learn the skill?
Exactly. The most worrying challenge is from our men.
Oh, really?
The husbands, sometimes the fathers. Okay, here we have the ladies who are really in need of doing this, and then they're being brought up so many issues. You're going there, it's late, there's so many people looking at you, stuff that does not add up. And here is a wife at home, a mother who cannot even afford to take care of their children at home. They cannot afford a meal in a day. That is the husband who's refusing the wife to come and learn the skills that she can do comfortably at home while looking after the kids. So that is the worst scenario we are seeing here, and it's very sad. I think it's a high time our men should see the need of this. If this thing you can work even at your own reach, at home, at comfort of your home, and at the same time cooking and doing all things, at least earning for that work you're doing, I think our society would have moved very far.
Now, you just mentioned that one of the biggest challenges is the men stopping their wives or their daughters to come learn henna. What is the reason behind that?
I think the most important thing there, I think it's jealousy out of nothing, because as you can see, we are inside the mosque and we are all women. And alhamdulillah, we have a very secure place inside here. So it doesn't mean that when they're coming here, they're doing something else apart from that. Because I'm sure whenever we are here and we do our talks also, we teach them how to handle their lives back at home and here. And I'm sure they're Muslims. Majority we have here are Muslims, although we accept even non-Muslims. So they're grown-ups and they understand how to take care of themselves and how their deen is protecting them from doing other things. So I think it's a challenge that it's a high time those brothers of ours, they should come and visit this place and have a look at it and have to see how we're doing our stuffs here, so that at least they encourage their wives, their daughters to do this thing. It's so sad when you see non-Muslims passionately doing this henna art. It's so sad, and they're out there in the market, and this thing we boast about with it because it's our culture. And unfortunately, non-Muslims are out there doing more than what we are supposed to do. That is the painful part. When us Muslims, we've grown up with these things, we've seen them, it's easy for us to catch up with them. Other than the non-Muslims, they've never seen it, they only see it on TV. And when I teach them, you can see the passion, they really work hard. Within 2 weeks, they reach so far because they have that eager.
It's a pretty sad situation when our own religion, Islam, advocates for us to empower the girl child and make a living out of it. Now, what kind of women do you get here?
Okay, I have a range of ages. Okay, firstly, I have school-going children from primary to high school, especially now we have the long holidays. Instead of sitting on TV and internet and all that, they can come here and get a skill that will make their life change. And another group I have married women. I have young girls from university. Yeah, even university going students are coming here. College going students are coming here. I have graduates also. Like 5 of them, the graduates, no work, no nothing. I have one from medicine, Malaysia. Yeah, they come here and they find out they have something, they can work with it. And also the ranges of ages, it goes up to even 50 years. I've had one here with 58 years. Yeah. She struggles, she sells her mandazi and come back here to do henna, the skill. When they're here, they're happy, they're one family, they try to talk. You kill all your sorrows. Yeah, all the sorrows you have back home, the stress you have back home. While you're here, you're somebody else.
Now, Auntie Kaki, you've just mentioned something very interesting about graduates coming here because there are no jobs. How important are skills for development?
The urge is there. Everyone has a degree, but you can see unemployment is a growing thing. So I think if you have a skill in you, you're better than a graduate. That is my opinion, because most of the graduates, they're just equal, all of them. You can remove your paper, but it's not helping you. And I don't say you don't go to university, no. You can go, you can get even your master's. But I think if you include whatever you've learned, your papers with the skills, you'll be very far. Yeah.
Tell me about some of your success stories when it comes to henna artistry. It can be a success for you and also success when you see your students succeeding out there.
Yeah. I'm so happy when I see my student out there. Actually, there's so many. I have two in Uganda booming like nothing. Yeah, when I hear people talking about them, calling their names, I feel good because they're carrying my name with them. Yeah, and that is an achievement, because if it was not for art, you will wonder what they'll be doing right now. And I have others in Tanzania all the same. And here in Kenya, of course, I have so many who are out there in the market and doing the best of what they can. Yeah, I feel so proud of them, yeah.
What are some of the misconceptions revolving around henna application?
Yeah, we've had a lot, but the most booming one, okay, you meet people when they hear you're doing art. The first thing that comes in their mind is you didn't go to school. Yeah, you didn't go to school, you either you're poor or you didn't go to school, basically. I think they got that notion from, I don't say coastal area, the times when the girls are not taken to school. So when you reach 12 years, 13 years, you just get the skills, makeup, henna. So majority of the girls in coastal area, they didn't finish up their school, but they're very good in henna art.
Yeah.
So that notion has come down here in Nairobi also, but us, we are privileged. At least majority of my art students are learned people. Yeah. So I think people should change that perspective when they're dealing with you. Henna art is just as normal as other work that people have trained in it. So people should respect the artists, yeah, and give them that class they are in. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. I think the message has got home. We will be taking a short break, so do not move a muscle. As in the next segment, we will get to know Kaki on a more personal level.
Horizon TV, the beacon for the nation.
أذكار الأذان يقول مثل ما يقول المؤذن، إلا في حي على الصلاة وحي على الفلاح، فيقول: لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله. ويقول: وأنا أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأن محمدًا عبده ورسوله. رضيت بالله ربا، وبمحمد رسولا، وبالإسلام دينا. يقول ذلك عقب تشهد المؤذن.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. عشاء أذان Nairobi City Time.
الله أكبر الله أكبر. الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله. أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
اللهم رب هذه الدعوة التامة والصلاة القائمة آت محمدا الوسيلة والفضيلة وابعثه مقاما محمودا الذي وعدته إنك لا تخلف الميعاد.
O Allah, Lord of this perfect call and established prayer, grant Muhammad, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, the intercession and favor, and raise him to the honored station you have promised him. Verily, you do not fail in your promises.
Horizon TV, the beacon for the nation.
Welcome back to the show. For those of you who are joining us right now, I am still with the famously known Auntie Kaki. She's one of the pioneers of henna artistry in Kenya. She has done it for over 30 years. And now she is using this knowledge to impact the lives of less fortunate girls. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
Now, Auntie Kaki, we were talking about your henna journey, helping hands. We have concentrated a lot on the girl child. What about the boy child?
Okay, as for now, I think...
I put you on the hot seat.
Okay, we are thinking about the boy's child, but at the first thing we thought about was the girl, yeah?
Why?
Me, first of all, being a girl's mother, I have 3 daughters. I've seen, okay, the girls, how vulnerable they are. There's so much going back in the village, in the estates. It's so kind of paining, and you see talented girls, very beautiful girls, doing nothing, being a Muslim, you're just there, stressed up to the head. Of course, you're waiting to get married, to who now? You're not working, you're not doing anything with your life. So you just lead a miserable life. So it had an urge to do something for the girls. Yeah, I think that is how HHRD came about doing it, but I'm praying, and it's being talked about. The boys also will have something, because previously we had a computer room. Computer consisted of girls and boys, although from next year there'll only be girls, because we are hosting the girls inside here, the mosque here.
You know, when you look at henna designs, as you can see behind me here, it looks very complicated. And most people feel that they need talent, you know, to be able to do it. Does one need talent?
No. Okay, I've worked with so many girls who do not even know how to start drawing a circle. Just a circle, to join the circle.
So there's hope.
Connecting the circle properly. Yeah, so you just start from nowhere. If it's a talent, you can't tell me non-Muslims had that talent of henna, maybe other things, yeah? But if them can do better than us, and us we've grown up with this thing, we actually begin from ABCD. We have our shapes. We call them our ABCD, circle, rectangular, yeah, oval, all that. We form them to make a design. Yeah, we use the shapes to create designs. So we begin from ABCD, the same way, the way you do it from school. Yes.
One last question before I leave this henna topic is, how lucrative is this business? Does it have money?
Oh yeah, we have money in henna, very good money. It just needs your energy and your, I can call it what,
Passion.
yeah, not even the passion, just your money, your time and your energy. You can do much more. Yeah, you earn.
Any downfalls?
Downfalls, okay, probably from the family, mostly. And sometimes you get to go to our clients, maybe they just discourage you. Yeah, you're going there, you've walked, maybe they called you, you go do some henna, and then eventually they stop, they don't pay you. Or even they're paying you, but they're paying you half of what you intended to get.
Is it because they're not appreciating the
They're
art?
not appreciating. They think mostly you don't have anything to do. That is why you're doing that to earn. And it's like something very small. Little do they know it needs your head, your body, and your mind to create whatever you're creating.
That's very true. You need to be very artistic
Yeah.
in it. Okay, enough of the henna now. Tell me about your life growing up as a little girl, becoming this beautiful woman you are today.
My life, I was brought up with my mom. They got divorced with my dad when I was little. By the time I grew up, around 10 years is when I knew my dad.
At 10 years old?
Yeah, 10 years old. Apparently they're relative, in fact, but the rift that was in between, whatever they fought about, I don't know, but it made them so much apart. Although my dad was a polygamist, yeah, we are so many, mashallah, and he fought to find me until he got me. Yeah, then I moved in with my dad.
That means when you moved in with your dad, you met your stepmothers.
Yeah, I met my
How was life
stepmothers,
for
my
you?
stepsisters, my stepbrothers. At first it was so confusing because this is a strange place, a strange life. I used to just see my mom, my aunties and all that. But alhamdulillah, slowly by slowly, I tried to adapt the system, though it was very tough. By that time, my dad wanted to show me all the love he had kept for me for so long. At the same time, it was giving my mothers a bit of challenge, because why you? You know, when you're away from your dad, you get insults and all that.
Yeah.
But alhamdulillah, I understand them, they're women. And it's like somebody coming to steal your love from you. It's so painful.
There'll always be that pain.
Exactly, yeah, I understand them. But I went through hell.
Tell me about that, because you find that most people, when you talk about stepmothers, it's always about pain.
Yeah, I think even themselves, they don't do it intentionally. I don't know about others, but I think some of them they're just ignorant. They just do it to please their hearts, but eventually it ends up hurting others. And since I was not alone also, even my stepsisters, my stepbrothers who are there, most of them, they are not their mothers anyway. We kept on having new mothers all the time.
Okay.
Yeah, so all of us went through the same, but I think me, I got it rough because being a girl child and staying at home like 24/7, it became a bit hard because they need you in the kitchen, they need you here, they need you there. When you're seated, it's like you're not doing anything. They want to harass you in all the way that you just give up and leave them alone the way you found them.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, but alhamdulillah, I think all that made me what I am now. I'm thankful to them and I forgive their faults, and alhamdulillah.
If there was one thing that you wanted to tell a stepmother out there, maybe she has children from, her husband,
Yeah.
What would you tell her?
Oh, stepmothers, this girl child or this boy came to your life. It's not his fault, it's not her fault, it's not her mom's fault. Whatever the mothers go through, your co-wife went through, when you see that child there is not the co-wife you're seeing. So please just take good care of that child. You never know who will take care of you in future. Not only your own child will look after you, but this child you're taking care of will come up to be an amazing person one day, and she or he will want to carry you as his own, more than even the mother. So take that opportunity wisely and take good care of these kids. They have no faults at all. So just be kind, just look at him as your own. I know some kids become so rude, yeah? It's like you're also not my mom, yeah? But please try to be patient. They're just kids. Try and mentor them. It depends where they're coming from and what they're getting, but don't do it for your husband, don't do it for the kid, but do it for Allah. Yeah.
Abu Najma with kids. How did he come into the picture? Because you've just talked about how you had a very, very rough life. Who did you envision to be your life partner?
Okay, I remember when we were at home, joking around, guys used to come. Okay, actually us in our family, we get married with our cousins. We don't go outside the box. Yeah.
So you decided to be the unique one.
Yeah. Okay, to me it did make sense because my cousin is my brother, and there were so many actually. If I decided to pick one, the rest I would pain them a lot. So I decided to be on my own. Although it was a very, very hard task to do, to convince my dad, to convince everyone I have to go out.
Why is that so?
I think they just believe if you're married to your cousin, is like you're still at home. They'll all take care of you. They know that person is like the cousin will not mistreat you, or even if he does, yani, he'll see that this is my uncle's daughter. At least you'll be fair, not like you'll go out.
Yeah.
So it was a little bit difficult, but I think...
Let's hear the love story. How did it begin?
Okay, when we were at home, people used to come, my dad's friends, because always when you enter that house as a visitor, you'd hear Kaki being called by my dad. So many people know me by the name, they don't know my face, especially the sheikhs and all that. They used to hear to Kaki, when I'm called, that means kitchen, food or tea or something, yeah. So when everyone was coming, listening to that name twice or thrice or fourth, wanaona, hey, hapa kuna kitu.
Kuna mambo, treasure.
Yeah. So at least from the number I know, like 6, 7, 8, they tried to come and approach my dad. We want this kaki, we want to get married to this kaki. Then my dad was like, no, these girls of mine, the 3 of us, my sisters, we are 7 of us, girls. So they were that kind of, my dad was a kind of a person that girls are not for school. Yeah, with the dean only. So at least the last 3 of us, we managed to go to high school. So in fact, when we were in high school, we just did fill the university forms, because how will you start now explaining you're going another level and you're given this chance? And we were grateful for that also. It's Allah's plan. So when people used to come and they were asking about me, they want to marry me, my dad was like, no, how I know Form 4? I think they need to speak for themselves.
Okay.
Yeah, so I remember some occasions, 2 or 3, my dad called me and asked me about it. I was like, me, every day I pray, I really want an orphan. Somebody without a mom, without a dad. That one, I think I'll go for it.
But why is that? So is it because of the pain that you got?
I think so, because the life I've gone through with my mothers, with the entire community, and how I felt myself is like I was somehow pushed somewhere. So I was scared if I get, because you hear stories, mother-in-laws, fathers-in-law, the sisters-in-laws. I was like, Inshallah.
So from the frying pan into the fire,
exactly.
You want to avoid that.
I want to avoid that, and also I wanted to avoid carrying my pain towards somebody's mom. Yeah, one or the other, it would affect me also on that side. So I was praying. Every time people joke around it, want to marry, I just say no. If you know you're orphan, just come. They're like, you want us to kill our parents now? I say, no, don't kill. I want an orphan by nature. Yeah, don't create it. Let it come naturally. Okay. Then I think Allah had my dua. First I was joking about it, but then I came to realize it's what I want. Because even when I was still young at home, people used to, this type of girls throwing babies in the pitla trees, where when I hear there's a baby being thrown somewhere, I'm the first one in the scene, checking if the baby is alive so that I can take that child and bring him up.
Mashallah.
So even one day it brought me a problem. I was thrown in a lorry, a police lorry. Then my dad came and said, this one is like that. She likes rescuing kids and all that. She thinks she's not going to get her own. That's why she's in love with orphans and all that, alhamdulillah. So I stopped from that day. I didn't try it anymore, though I feel for those kids, yeah. Then Abu Najma came one day. He came to look for the sisters, the girls who were brought up in Mama Fatuma, they happened to be my friends that time.
Okay.
But I didn't know the diversity of wherever they come from and all that, but I knew they're orphans. At the same time, their dad used to live near our place. So they come to stay with their dads for some time and then they go. So we became very fond of those girls. They used to come to our place. So there's a day, it was a holiday, I think, the Mama Fatuma kids came to look for those girls. Yeah, when they came to their dad, the dad said, no, nowadays don't sit here. Can you just ask anyone Kwa Sharif is where? You'll find them there. So they went asking until they came. When they came, I was the one who opened the door. And he made fun of it. He told them, this is the girl I'm marrying. So they laughed at him.
And at that time, what were you thinking?
No, I didn't even look at him.
Are you serious?
Oh yes, I didn't look at him because okay, I just saw visitors. You know, those are the days there are no phone until you get the other one, that one. So they just came on the doorstep. Before even I noticed they're coming from Mama Fatuma, I didn't see each one of them. I noticed 2 girls, but the rest I didn't even want to go into it. I knew exactly why they're here.
Yeah.
So I welcomed them inside. I called the girls who were with us. They welcomed them, and he repeated again, me hearing, this one is the one I'm marrying. Even those ones who were with me, they started laughing at him. You are joking. You know his dad. What religion do you have to get this girl? You don't have any money. You don't have any family or anything. Don't joke, please. Don't try. Yeah. So, and I even told him, this girl is very strict, by the way. I don't think you'll cope up with her. Just forget about that. So he said, no way. Show me where I'll take wudu. I'll pray in this house and I'll get her.
Okay.
Yes, and that is what he did.
and did it happen?
Yeah, well, yeah, it happened. He went and took wudu. He prayed. After praying, he left. We didn't talk. I didn't even look at him. I'm just hearing like jokes, and I left it there. So after a week or 2, those girls came. He sent them to talk to me. I said, no way. I want 100% orphan. Is he really a orphan? Yeah, because if them are saying they're orphans and they have their dad, it means even him, maybe he has the mother or the father or family. They said, no, you can investigate it for yourself, but, and how is his religion? They say he's okay. He's not chewing mirror, nothing, no. I said, okay, time will tell. Time will tell. I didn't say them yes or no, time will tell. Now, my only worry was how will I approach my dad and how will it happen? So after some times, he got to know one of my nephew, and they became friends without even the nephew knowing that he's seen me. He knows our place. So there's a time that nephew brought him at home. So when he brought him, he took him inside where my dad is. They sat, introduced to my dad, and then he asked him questions about religion, the books, and all that. Then he got the courage to come and face him himself. He came, he talked to him. My dad was, where are you coming from? Who are you? Do you have parents? No. Oh, he just didn't match any of the qualities except the deen part. So my dad said, I don't know. Then eventually he called me. I explained to him. I told him, I think it's me who will say yes or no. And according to Islam, at least, I want your grade to go up. Yeah. For once, this is an orphan. He has nothing. He has no mother. He has nobody. But at least he'll pray for you for the rest of your life. You'll get your Jannah maybe through him. Just give him a chance.
Not many think like that.
Yeah. So he saw something in it, and he didn't refuse, but his heart was very heavy. He planned the wedding the first time, ikacanceliwa, the second time, ikacanceliwa. Now the third part is when my uncles called from Tanzania. They asked him why. Because you have money, you have everything. Why are you canceling the wedding? He's just crying on the phone. They said, okay, we'll bring everything, even us, we are the fathers. We'll
make this wedding happen.
And they came, we did the wedding, alhamdulillah, finally. But it really pained him. He cried for so many hours outside there standing. I even felt like going back. But I understood him. He thought that he's throwing me from, and he's never done it. They've never seen such kind. At least even if it's an outsider, they have a family or something. Then alhamdulillah, we stayed, we struggled. In fact, when he married me, it was immediate from Mama Fatuma. He didn't have a place of his own.
Where were you staying?
Okay. He got a house. I can't call it a house, it's really, but that time it was a home for me. It was just behind the shop. You know those 2 rooms behind the shop? Yeah, that one. And it was so fun anyway. It was so nice. We started from there. By then he was working at Luthuli, earning as little as 2,500. By then it was much. 2,500, yeah. From there we picked like that. I got my firstborn, my secondborn. When I'm almost getting my third born, he got a scholarship to Sudan.
That is after 15 years of marriage?
Yes.
Okay.
He got a scholarship to Sudan. He went to Sudan for further studies.
And what happened to you?
Oh my, that is a sad part of it. And Alhamdulillah, Allah made me strong. It was so hard because the moment he went, even I think the ticket was brought by his friend. So he left us with nothing. And according to the opinion of everyone is like, how would he do that? But me, I know the urge he has for education and all that. This was like he was given Jannah to get a scholarship. I said, just go and try it. Then he went, but we struggled we struggled so much. The first month, second month, third month was very tough for me. Yes, I was doing my henna, I was doing my makeup for brides and all that.
And what about relatives and friends? Where were they?
That was the time I lost most of my beloved relatives, most of my beloved friends. I lost them completely because everyone, I think, was scared of taking care of me. But Alhamdulillah, they made me stronger because I went through hell. Eventually, I started picking up, Alhamdulillah, with the help of Park Road Mosque. The friends of Abu Najma were standing by me, and also my friends, other relatives also. But the best of what I thought I had left me hanging. Yeah, wow. Alhamdulillah. There I was, my firstborn was joining Form 1 the moment he was going. My secondborn is still in school. My lastborn is just opening the eyes. Yeah, I have to do henna, I have to pay rent, I have to put everything on table.
And you have to sacrifice.
Yes, I did sacrifice, Alhamdulillah. I don't know where the strength came from, but Allah is great. Yeah.
Thank you so much for gracing the Meet and Greet show. It's been an amazing session, and may Allah bless you for the hard work that you're doing, empowering young girls with the skill that you had. You know, you could have been doing your business and earning money, but you came here and you're impacting knowledge to them.
Exactly.
MashaAllah.
And people are wondering how we do. I hear there's some people asking, how can you do theory in henna? We do theory, we do practical, just like any other exam. So don't be scared. We have even graduations. We have good moments in school that you can remember forever. So we welcome all of you. Anyone who's interested can come and join our place. Alhamdulillah.
We have come to the end of the Meet and Greet show, and from Auntie Kaki's story, we learned 2 lessons. Number 1, with love comes a lot of sacrifice. And number 2, when you educate a woman, you educate the entire nation. I have been your host, Aisha Khan. Goodbye for now, until next time.
Everything I have, everything I own, everything I eat is thanks to you. Every breath I take, every bird I hear, every smile I see is thanks to you. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah.